The excitement around the New England Patriots as they gear up for the 2025 NFL season is palpable, and there's plenty of buzz surrounding their defense heading into training camp. Recently, the NFL Network dropped some interesting insights that have Patriots fans feeling optimistic. According to their latest rankings, the Patriots' defense is expected to rank among the top 10 units in the entire league this year. That's a significant vote of confidence, especially considering the massive roster overhaul the team has undergone in the past couple of years. When you think back, just 2 seasons ago, the Patriots boasted one of the league's best defenses, and the combination of a fresh defensive-minded head coach in Mike Rail and some strategic free agent signings could very well push them back into that elite category. The NFL Network's ranking puts the Denver Broncos at the very top, heralding them as the best defensive unit in the league. Right behind Denver, you have the Philadelphia Eagles, Baltimore Ravens, Houston Texans, and the Kansas City Chiefs completing the top 5. Coming in at number 6 are the Detroit Lions, followed by the Seattle Seahawks and Minnesota Vikings, who occupy the 7th and 8th spots respectively. The Patriots slide in at 9th overall, just ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That placement might raise some eyebrows, considering Pittsburgh's traditional defensive reputation, but it highlights the respect the Patriots are starting to earn for the direction of their defense. The Steelers may be underrated in this ranking, or perhaps the Patriots' transformation is that impressive. After all, this is a team that finished 4-13 last season, undergoing a near-complete rebuild with over half the roster turning over and an entirely new defensive coaching staff. This upward trajectory points to the core strengths the Patriots currently possess on defense. Their secondary remains a formidable force, anchored by some promising talent that has already begun to make waves around the league. On top of that, the linebacker corps has some young, ascending players who have shown flashes of high-level performance, suggesting they could become a significant factor this season. The defensive tackle spot also features quality athletes who contribute to controlling the line of scrimmage. The area that raises the most questions, however, is the defensive ends. Harold Landry and Keon White are projected to be the starters on the outside edges, but their effectiveness alongside promising players like Clay Chasson and rookie Brady Swinson remains to be seen. There's also some hope that Anthony Jennings might bounce back and provide valuable depth there. Despite these uncertainties, all these pieces collectively position the Patriots' defense as a legitimate top 10 unit, at least in the preseason eyes of league analysts. A major reason why the Patriots' defense is getting this recognition is the presence of Christian Gonzalez. ESPN recently released its individual positional rankings, naming Gonzalez the 6th best cornerback in the entire NFL. This ranking places him among elite company, just behind Patrick Surtain, Derek Stingley, Denzel Ward, Trent McDuffie, and Sauce Gardner. Gonzalez is right on the cusp of those top 5 spots, and with another strong season, there's every chance he could climb even higher. His numbers from last year underline why he's held in such high regard. Of the 86 times he was targeted last season, only 53% of those passes were completed against him when he was the nearest defender. That completion rate ranks as the 3rd lowest among 33 cornerbacks who faced at least 75 targets. That's a remarkable stat and speaks volumes about Gonzalez's coverage ability and lockdown skills. There's a common misconception that Gonzalez missed too much time last year to be impactful, but when you consider these numbers, it's clear he remains one of the top corners in the league. He's one of just 33 cornerbacks with that many targets, and yet he's limiting opposing quarterbacks to a significantly low completion percentage. This kind of lockdown coverage forces offenses to rethink their strategy. With Carlton Davis on the other side of the secondary, opposing teams can no longer simply avoid one cornerback. They have to make tough choices about which side to attack, making the Patriots' defensive backfield an increasingly dangerous challenge for passing offenses. Davis himself just missed out on an honorable mention in ESPN's list, which indicates he's also gaining recognition for his contributions beyond the cornerbacks. The defense also boasts depth with players like Drew Pepper and hopes for a healthy Kyle Duggar, who would strengthen the linebacker group considerably. The goal for the Patriots' defense this year is to shut down the passing game, forcing opponents to rely on underneath routes and then bring the speed and physicality of their linebackers and defensive line into play. Milton Williams and Christian Barmore anchor the defensive tackle positions, ready to clog running lanes and disrupt the pocket. This blend of strong secondary play and solid front seven performance could make the Patriots a nightmare for opposing offenses. Switching gears to the offensive side of the ball, rookie wide receiver Kyle Williams from Washington State enters training camp with ambitious goals. The wide receiver room for the Patriots carries some uncertainty, especially with questions lingering around Stefon Diggs. While Diggs is expected to be the #1 receiver and is reportedly on track to be ready for Week 1 despite coming off an ACL injury, his status still leaves room for other players to step up. Michael Holland, coming off an impressive season with the Buffalo Bills, generally settles into the number 2 or 3 receiver role, while Pop Douglas continues to develop his game as a true slot receiver. That's where Kyle Williams hopes to carve out a significant role. The rookie is projected to slot in as the #4 receiver, but he's determined to push beyond that spot and challenge for a bigger role, with Matt Collins likely starting lower on the depth chart and Holland battling through injury recovery. Williams senses an opening to make a real impact. He has openly stated his desire to become the kind of wide receiver that dominates one-on-one matchups, the kind who can take over games by consistently beating man coverage. He looks up to players like Yamar Chase, Calvin Johnson, and Julio Jones, true alpha receivers who change the complexion of an offense. While some critics might point out that Williams is a bit undersized at 5 feet 11 inches and 190 pounds, his quickness, speed, and reliable hands make him a dangerous weapon. Kyle Williams prides himself on his ability to win individual battles against defenders, which is exactly what the Patriots need from their ex-receiver position. Getting open, beating coverage, and being a reliable target can elevate the offense to new heights. If Williams can develop into that player and become a dependable option for quarterback Drake May, the Patriots' offense could take a significant step forward. Add in an expected improvement in the offensive line, which should give May more time in the pocket and open up better running lanes, and you start to see how this offense might evolve beyond the short passing game, moving beyond relying on underneath routes to players like Hunter Henry, Pop Douglas, and Stefon Diggs. Having a receiver like Williams stretch the field vertically could open up a whole new dimension. Fans of the Patriots will remember how Randy Moss once electrified the team with his ability to take the top off defenses. If Williams can replicate even a fraction of that kind of impact, the team's playoff aspiration become much more realistic. As the countdown to training camp hits just days away, there's plenty of excitement building around Gillette Stadium. Players like Drake May are already arriving early to prepare, signaling a strong commitment to leadership and readiness. It's common for rookies and quarterbacks to report first, and with non-injured veterans set to arrive shortly after, the full roster will be ready for the first official practice, with a 90-man roster needing to be trimmed to 53 by the start of the regular season. Every practice and training session becomes crucial. The questions looming large for fans and coaches alike include who will rise to the challenge, who might struggle, and which players will unfortunately get sidelined by injuries. All eyes will be on how the Patriots manage these transitions and make key decisions that will shape their roster moving forward. The defense, anchored by talents like Christian Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, and emerging linebackers, looks poised to be a strength. Meanwhile, on offense, if Kyle Williams can fulfill his promise and the offensive line improves, the Patriots may have a more dynamic and explosive attack than they've had in recent years. The pieces are starting to come together, and the anticipation for the season start grows as the Patriots prepare to fight on in Foxborough. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are growing louder around the NFL as speculation swirls about a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the league's offensive landscape. Rumors suggest the New England Patriots are on the brink of securing one of the most dynamic wide receivers in recent memory. DeAndre Hopkins, known for his elite route running, sure hands, and game-changing ability, Hopkins could be the missing piece the Patriots desperately need to boost their aerial attack. The Patriots, who have been quietly rebuilding their roster since the departure of Tom Brady, seem to be gearing up for a splash that could signal a new era. Hopkins, a seasoned star with a reputation for making clutch plays and commanding double coverage, would instantly transform New England's receiving corps. This move, if finalized, could inject the team with the explosive playmaker it has lacked in recent years, giving quarterback Mac Jones a legitimate weapon capable of challenging defenses deep downfield. Sources close to the situation hint that the Patriots are negotiating aggressively to bring Hopkins into Foxborough, the timing is critical, with the offseason in full swing. Teams are scrambling to add game changers before the draft and free agency flood the market. The prospect of pairing Hopkins' elite skill set with the Patriots' disciplined offensive scheme has analysts buzzing. It's an enticing proposition, a receiver with Hall of Fame potential joining a franchise renowned for its strategic excellence. While details of the deal remain under wraps, insiders suggest the agreement could involve a significant contract reflecting Hopkins' value. As one of the league's premier receivers, this would mark a bold statement by the Patriots front office, signaling their intent to compete at the highest level once again. The potential acquisition is already sparking excitement among fans, who remember the team's glory days and crave a return to dominance, of course. Nothing is official yet. The NFL world watches closely as the story unfolds, aware that any deal involving a player of Hopkins' caliber could trigger a ripple effect throughout the league. Other teams might respond with counter-offers, or the situation could evolve with surprising twists. But for now, the buzz is undeniable. The New England Patriots may be on the verge of adding a superstar receiver who could redefine their offense and reignite their championship ambitions. As the rumor mill churns, one thing is clear: if DeAndre Hopkins does land in New England, it won't just be a signing, it would be a seismic shift. A bold move that could alter the NFL landscape and mark the beginning of a thrilling new chapter for the Patriots. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely, eager to see if this tantalizing possibility turns into reality. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.